just for a few seconds to always give ourselves time to refocus, to find context to the things that we're going to be doing with our physical body. In a very mindful or very clear, very aware way of sustaining and maintaining our connection to our physical body. So, what does it feel like, and what does it look like to have a physical body that is connected to everything that we do and every thought? So we can move the body, right? And we can be thinking about work, we can be thinking about 10,000 things. But when we are actually intentionally moving the body and we are looking with our mind's eye, the positioning of our hands, of the fingers, the ability to again stretch, contract a certain part of the body, then the strength of that is a lot stronger. The power of that activity becomes just to a different level. So our meditation is not necessarily about just moving the body, but it's about the connection to that movement. And so what are the ideas and thoughts that rise up as we practice our movements? What is it that we think and feel and connect to when we allow our breathing to be connected to that? It doesn't mean yawning, it doesn't mean any other thing, but simply means to be completely engaged into the breath. And as we already know, we started this, somebody just taught me that they also call it square breath, meaning this four portion of this four-part breathing, where we start by letting go, by actually exhaling. We begin by breathing out through our nostrils, pausing for a tiny second, and then inhaling when your body's ready. And your body will tell you when it's ready to inhale and how much inhale. And then you hold one more time for the fourth part of that breath. And then we start again. We exhale, we breathe out, we pause, we inhale at your own pacing, not mine. How much, how deep, it's completely up to you. We hold for as long as you want to hold, and then we let the body exhale. And one more time, we allow the legs to slowly raise off the ground. So your knees come towards each other, your inner thighs come towards each other. And we exhale as your body slowly moves gently forward. Again, the breath is the one thing that remains constant into our entire body movement. Breathing in, raise your head and chin and neck, extend away from the waist. And the body maybe drops the head slowly forward and down towards your knees, towards your thighs, looking towards your chest. And you embrace the outside of your legs as your body contracts the midsection. You raise the crown to extend not only from your neck, but from the base of the spine. As you exhale, the body moves your head gently into your knees, rounding, exhaling. Is the intention that we're carrying in any part of the body as we're inhaling, as we're breathing? Can you feel any one part of the body? Can you exhale and let the abdomen contract and the forehead to come slowly towards your kneecaps? And then inhale, raising and extend your spine. And so what does it feel to move following the breath? Not the breath following the movement, but the movement following the breath as you exhale, as you find your body finding its own rhythm. One more time. What are you bringing in with our physical body? What are we expecting from the class rather than to just be open to observe what happens when the body exhales and then kindly allow your body to inhale and allow the extension to come slowly through the spine. Maybe your hands slowly come towards the ground. Maybe your fingers press a little bit into the floor without dropping the knees too far out, and you're on the pinky edge of the soles of your feet. And maybe your fists come to the floor. Maybe it's the entire palm hand that touches the ground, and your hips raise just a tiny bit, as if you're just lifting weight off the hips. And maybe for some of us, the hips are actually lifting off the ground. For some of us, it's impossible to lift off the hips off the ground. So find how is the extension. Is your back creating the brunt of the movement? Can you extend the spine? Can you raise the crown of the head one more time? Breathe in. And then exhale, place the weight back into your hips. Slowly soften the elbows, the shoulders. Exhale, breathe in, tall spine as your hands embrace your legs and knees. And drop your head slowly forward as if your forehead were to touch your kneecaps. Exhaling deeply. Your entire body, your body moves because you're breathing. As long as you're inhaling, you're extending. And as long as you're exhaling, you're contracting, you're compressing, you're really allowing all the exchange as deep as possible from every tissue. One last time. Take a full breath. And as the body exhales, slowly soften your head and arms and shoulders and see if your fists come next to your hips, fingers, fist, knuckles. When your body exhale, press into the ground and take weight of your hips. And that means for some of us to raise the hips gently off the ground. Your inner thighs come towards each other. Your shoulders are not raised towards the ears, but away from the ear lobes. And your body lengthens through the crown. One more time. Can you feel the arm muscles extending and contracting in certain areas? Can you feel the top of your hands, your knuckle area extending while your triceps contract as your body exhales softly, very gently, not let drop. Find that the weight returns back to your spine. Allow the opposite foot to cross up, opposite ankle. Your hands to slowly embrace your legs as you exhale and contract your neck into your gently kneecaps, jaw draws in and raise as you inhale. Again, with intention. What happens when the spine lengthens, when you raise the crown, and what happens when you contract? And you feel the abdomen flexing gently towards the entire center of your back. And one more time, find your last breath in. And as your body exhales, gently breathe out, soften your hands, and let your head drop. Find your hands coming towards the sides of your feet or hips. And when your fists, your fingers, your hands press into the ground, raise gently your hips and come slowly into just a bent forward position to your ankles on the ground or your feet on the ground while your ankles are crossed and your heels are on the floor. Your fingers are gently pointing the ground and your head slowly softens. Breath in. Allow your knees not to be locked, not to be overextended, to bend in softly so you can really place the weight of your body, the soles of your foot. When your body is ready, can you feel the abdomen slowly creating enough room so the lower back stretches and the neck is not looking up, it's not looking in between the hands, it's not looking forward. Allow the crown of the head to really point towards the floor as if you're just surrendering the weight of your shoulders, of the arms, of the head. When your body's ready, allow the front leg to be steady, strong into the floor, and the back leg to come around and cross over in front of that opposite leg. And your body exhales, coming closer to the ground by bending your knees a little bit deeper, feeling your hands and fingers and palms coming closer to the floor. And as you inhale, you raise your tailbone a little bit deeper, maybe into the taller portion of your fingers. And as you exhale, your body again moves alone, following your breath. With your nose inhaling, allow your body to expand your lungs. Your mouth and lips are gently closed as your body exhales, come closer to the floor. Feel how what muscles, what movement is happening inside your body. In your last exhalation, empty all the way through kindly, and then slowly in this position, your hands walk towards your shins, towards your knees, maybe up your legs to your thighs, maybe towards your hips. Maybe your body's able to slowly come towards your waist. Maybe you're squeezing through your inner thighs. Maybe settle into your heels so your arms come slowly towards the sky. And you can allow your fingers to point towards the ceiling as the palms of hands meet each other. Crossing all fingers except your index into steeple pose and your tummy supports. Your back is not overarched. Breath in, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. So you're squeezing through your inner thighs and your glutes and your waist. Support the entire extension of the torso. Come a little bit taller. Spread your toes, not because you're grasping through your toes, you're finding your balance. Allow your last long inhalation that your body lengthens, stretch gently towards the sky, and let your arms and legs to uncross slowly. Let your arms soften, your right and left leg slowly come gently next to each other. You're on the top of your yoga mat. You're breathing in. You're exhaling all the way through, and your arms come gently forward in front of your body, extending your index finger towards the sky with the palms of hands facing each other. Hold just a second. Breath in. Let your shoulders Settle down away from the ears. Can your shoulders not be lifted, but slowly come gently into the sockets of the entire scapular area, and your heels of your feet, your toes, abdomen, hips, glute muscles support, and your chest starts raising while your shoulders slowly come gently deeper into the chest rather than away from the chest. One more time, breath in. When your body's ready, allow the elbows to bend and your torso to slowly come forward. Again, your heels are farther apart than your toes, and your big toes are coming closer towards each other, if not touching, and reach towards your thighs, towards your knees, towards your shins, towards the ankles, towards the toes, towards the yoga mat, with the tip of the fingers, with the full palm of the hand, completely irrelevant, right? It's not a competition. Close your eyes, look with your mind's eye how you're breathing, look with your mind's eye, what are the muscles that are being triggered when you exhale? Can you find your body inhaling, breathing broadly through your glutes, through your back, through your shoulders. As you exhale, you pour your body even deeper towards the yoga mat, towards the ground. Last time, take a deep breath. As your knees bend even deeper, if they're not already completely bent, let your hands come wide and up towards the sky as you're just raising one more time to steeple pose, crossing fingers, index finger points up towards the sky. Allow your glutes, inner thighs to connect the heels of your feet rather than the tip of the toes. Index point towards the sky and both fingers. Allow your arms to slowly lengthen a little deeper and open your underarms as if you're just rotating the shoulder blades towards each other, and your chest opens and you find your glute muscles really squeezing and your abdomen to slowly flatten and raise your rib cage towards the sky. So it's not about the intent to arch the back. The intent is to lengthen the spine and feel that your abdominal muscles, right? Your connection, they connect into the end of the sternum, into the end of the bone of your chest plate, and they elongate along your belly. For some of us, longer than others, but that long muscle of your abdominis rectus connects into that pubic bone, into the base of the connection of the two pelvic bones, and find your body extending, squeezing the glutes. Allow your body to, again, lengthen those muscles in the front of the belly. One last time, take a deep breath. And when your body's ready, press your hips back and then soften the knees and bend the elbows forward and pour your body gently towards the thighs, towards your knees, towards the toes, towards the ground. Exhale kindly, jaw draws in, fingers to the floor, breath in. Allow your body to pour slowly forward as if your shoulders are slowly rolling gently towards the ground. Your underarms are gently opening. Let the exhalation feel that your elbows soften a little bit, and you can feel how the shoulder blades are squeezed towards the cervical spine and your chest opens. One more time. Deep breath as if you're just rotating through this entire scapular area into the upper back, into the cervical spine and your point of the head, and you're slowly inhaling and raising. One more time, as slow as your body allows you, or as quickly as your body needs to extend and raise towards the sky into steeple pose. One more time, index points up towards the sky, shoulder blades really settle into that very space, deep into the upper back area, opening the underarms, extending your lat muscles, allowing your torso to extend slowly through your abdomen, through your chest. Your index moves a little bit farther back, your glute muscles stay strong, and your chest looks up towards the sky. Your head may look towards the ceiling or towards the index behind you. You can feel your throat, your tongue moving towards the roof of your mouth, and your glute muscles to really squeeze, to really hold the hips, lengthen more than pinch. One more time. Breathe into this pose and exhale all the way through in your last long inhalation. Can you feel your body opening and exhale all the way through? Come up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Allow your body to exhale and reach slowly. Elbows, soften your spine. Reach gently towards the lower position of your legs, towards the toes, towards the ground. Completely relevant. And let your right foot stay steady and your left leg to slowly take one step behind, as if the tip of your left toes touch the ground, as far as your body allows it. And your hands stay as wide as your shoulders or wider. With your head, we tend to look up. Allow your head to always place the jaw in a position where your neck is extended. And be aware of that. Are you carrying tension through there? Can I find my left knee to bend, to slowly raise the left foot off the ground and staying on my right foot? Breath in when my body is ready. Allowing the right foot to be steady. My hands gently touching the ground because my right knee is allowing me, when my right leg is as extended as it needs to be or flexed as it needs to be. Find your last long breath in and allow your body to slowly bend the right knee even deeper, your left foot to come slowly forward, and your tip of the toes to almost brush to the ground as if your left thigh or left knee comes towards your chest, towards your chin, towards your shoulders, and you breathe in. And without touching the ground through your left leg moves forward next to the inside of the right one. The right knee never passes the line of your right toes. The right knee is just behind, and you're sitting back and you breathe in. One more time. It's not your neck, it's not crunching. Make sure your jaw is placed in the place that supports the extension of your cervical spine. When your body's ready, exhale all the way through and then inhale. Extend your left leg behind and up. Flex your left heel into the left glute. Breath in, reach forward through your torso and neck, looking towards the ground, towards your thigh, towards your toes, towards your chest, towards your belly. One more time, breathe in and allow your left foot to come gently towards the ground next to your right one. Exhale, breathe into the ground, soften your knees, press with your feet, not your back, and raise your arms wide as you inhale towards the sky. Inhale slowly, steeple pose, squeeze glutes. Exhale, ground through the soles of your feet, and then raise your chest. Extend the abdominis rectus. Look up towards the sky, towards the space behind you, towards your index. Breathe in, heel, hands touching. Less is always more. If you need to stop and undo a position, come back into the push position. If we're still there, your body, your intensity, your movement. Last time, exhale, squeeze, not pinching, not forcing. Use those muscles, raise towards the sky, and let your body fold forward. Elbows, fingers, hands towards your thighs, towards your knees, towards your toes, towards the ground. Inhale. What is the judgment here? Is there any judgment into the movement of your body? One more time. Allow your body to exhale, to breathe forward and down towards the ground with weight on the heels. Last breath in. Feel your body balanced. Exhale through and then raise towards the sky. Find your spine, your torso raising because of the strength of the legs into the ground. Fingers into steeple pose. Maybe your body stays or reaches gently into full arch position. Gently exhale all the way through. One inhalation. Observing your glutes, your thighs, really holding the inner thighs, really anchoring your hips. One last time. Take a deep breath in. Let your own breath guide you, how far you need to go, how deep, and then come up, inhale towards the sky, and fold very gently forward, elbows, swan diving towards the legs, towards the thighs, towards the toes, towards the ground. Breathe in, find your left foot steady, and then step back through your right leg as you inhale, and then settle as you exhale the right toes towards the back of your body. Check the 3 points in the sole of your foot, right? From the center of your heel, center of your big toe, center of your pinky toe, as they insert into the soles of your foot. So it's not the toe itself, but it's the root of the toe that is connected to the yoga mat. And how does that position and pressure affect your knee, your ankle, the position of your inner thigh, and maybe your right knee slowly flexing, and you can feel your right heel coming towards the right glute. And so how does that feel for your body to just let go? It's never tensing. It's not putting pressure on the tip of your toes, but settling, feeling that your weight is coming into the heel of that left foot. Is the arch of the left foot collapse, or can you feel activation of the big toe that raises the arch, maintains that perfect alignment to your ankle? One last time, breath in, and when your body's ready, allow your right knee to slowly come forward as if your toes were to come right next to the left foot, not on the ground, and you breathe in, you flex maybe your toes, and your thigh and your knee come slowly towards your chest, towards your forehead, towards your throat, towards the right shoulder, and you contract, flexing your thigh into your belly, opening your back muscles, observe the sole of your left foot. Are you paying attention? Where are you distributing the weight of your body? One more time. Find your breath. Find the exhalation that your body contracts. Let your last 2 breaths. Inhale, observe your breathing. Is it too much? Are you shortening your breath? Are you laboring through your breath? Can you find your last 1 breath? Can you observe the intensity as your body exhales? Press slowly your left leg back. Inhale, reaching, and then exhale slowly your right foot all the way forward next to your left one. And then with the strength of your legs, raise your torso towards the sky. Allow your thumbs this side to connect or interlace your thumbs towards each other, while the rest of your four fingers in each hand expand away from the palms and open every finger. Allow your underarms to be long and open and extend. Allow your entire lymphatic system opportunity to drain. Let your head be tall. Allow your shoulder blades to hug the cervical spine, your glute muscles to really activate, your tummy to really open, your spine to be supported, and you reach back and you breathe in. And it doesn't matter how far, allow your heels, your thighs activate, your glute muscles. Last time, breathe out. Let your body breathe out through your nose. Come up, inhale towards the sky, and then fold all the way forward and allow your body to just pour gently towards the front of your body and exhale towards your toes, towards the yoga mat. Breathe in, jaw draws in, crown of it extends. One more time. Feel your body inhaling. When your body exhales, bend your knees and touch the floor even deeper through the palms of the hands. Allow your torso to exhale and bend your knees as if you're just sitting to an imaginary chair behind you, as long as your knees are never past the line of your toes. So you're not opening or overextending those knee joints. And find that your glutes are slowly pressing back and your jaw and your shoulders are aligned and you can feel that your back is broadening. One more time, give a few seconds for your body to feel the position, that you're strong through your legs, that you're strong through your glutes, that the spine lengthens. When your body is exhaling, your elbows and shoulders are never tense, then allow your slow motion of the chest to be raised a little bit deeper. Nothing else changes, just your chest. Can you raise your chest a little bit taller? Can you slowly extend, not the chin, but the crown of the head away from your tailbone? And the body weight shifts towards your glutes. One more time, breathe in. Exhale through your tummy. Can you find your last long inhalation? What does it feel like to be just feeling the movement or the position of your body? As you exhale, you release your head, release your shoulders, extend your knees, breath in. Allow the palms of the hands to come deeper towards the ground if your knees need to flex, and then slowly walk your right and left leg all the way back into plank position. And you find your body slowly in plank. And so that means your thumb and your index play an important role here. So I'm not pushing into the heel of my hands and really opening the pinky finger wide. So I'm really activating the top muscles of my hand rather than pushing into the heel of the palm. And my body breathes in, my exhalation empties, my glute muscles are not raised, my glute muscles are not dipped. One more time, breathe into this pose. As the body exhales, allow the elbows to bend a little bit. Exhale into yogic push-up. Exhale, exhale, breath in. When your body breathes out, open your chest. Inhale, strength into your gut and glutes. When your body exhales, allow your chest to slowly come slowly towards the ground as your knees, hips, abdomen, and thighs, and maybe your chest and chin come deeply into the ground. You exhale and you breathe in. Exhale all the way through your spine. Can you feel how your elbows are not wide because they're only pressed into the shoulders? You want to allow the shoulders to be drawn away from the ears and your clavicles to be broadening and your toenails to be really touching the ground, and maybe your heels or the inside of your big toes touching each other, your inner thighs touching each other if that's even possible. And when your body is ready, allow slow motion for your toes to raise, for your shins to raise, your thighs to raise, your hands to raise just a few degrees off the ground. Inhale, crown of the head, it stays long, glute muscles engage your back, elbows in rather than wider, shoulders drawn away from the ears rather than rolled. Breath in, abdomen. Can you feel how the midsection of your body, the belly button area, retracts and supports your back, and you are lengthening through the toes and the head. You're stretching the body far away from its center. Last long session, working on your core muscles. Exhale all the way through. Inhale, and let your hands and legs and toes touch your forehead to touch the ground. Fine exhalation.
What are the muscles that you held in? And what are the muscles that you're needing to let go? And you observe your breath. How deep is your breath coming into your body? And so, what are the thoughts that come as you practice? Truly, what is your practice? What is my practice about today? And every day, sometimes it takes a different tone, a different rhythm. And I'm not learning, but not to judge my body. I'm learning to just be present, to be slowly connected. That my body's doing the best it can right now. Not better, not worse than yesterday. It's just simply in the post. When the body is ready to exhale, I'm prepared. I have the muscle memory. I have the strength in my mind. And I'm going to do one more time. Squeeze the glutes so the pubic area remains. Your toes, shins, maybe the thighs, the hands, the chest slowly come off the ground. The elbows are tight towards the rib cage, and the chin is not looking up. You're not looking forward. You're looking directly towards the ground. So the head lengthens away from your toes, and you can feel. If I were to hold you from your ears and pull you forward, and then hold you with your from your toes or ankles and press you back and up. Can you feel those muscles hugging your back, your abdomen? What is the front of your body doing? What is the abdominal cavity doing to support your back area? Can I find without pinching, without forcing, without creating any tension that is not healthy for your body, but simply isotonic movement, maintaining the same tenacity of your body? Let your last long inhalation, deep breath. When your body is ready, allow the exhalation to release hands, toes, shins, and knees, and forehead or nose or chin into the ground. Listen to your body breathing. Observe one more time the exhalation when your last long deep breath happens to exhale all the way through. Retract gently your toes under your heels directly onto your mat. And your body exhales with your hands active, every finger, especially the tip of your index and thumb. The keeps like squeeze and activate the back of your arms one more time. Listen to your body breathing as your body exhales, strengthen your body and start raising your head, then your chest, then your belly. Press your arms so your hips raise up and let your tailbone area come tallest towards the sky and allow your body to raise your heels so you're not forcing your hamstrings or calves at this point, simply contracting and then just press the body weight away from the arms. So your arms are actively engaging your thumb and index to press away from the ground, and your hips and torso press back into your glutes. And your glutes are raised because your heels are lifting this glute area. And the shoulder blades shift towards each other while your head drops in between your arms. It doesn't mean that you're locking anything. Your knees need to be as bent as your body wants to. Listen to your elbows and wrists and elbows and shoulders. One more time, breathing in. Expand as you exhale, contract through your diaphragm. One last long deep breath in. As your body exhales, walk your feet behind, rest your knees, your thighs, your hips, torso slowly comes towards the floor. Your body exhales. Bring your hands next to your hips and thighs along the sides of your body with your fingernails facing the ground, forehead, nose, chin into the floor. Deep breath. Exhale deeply. Can you find one more time that your elbows and shoulders are not, are you still tensing? Are you still forcing your fingers? Or are you able in this few seconds to relax, to monitor where is it I'm holding tension? Can I allow my body to exhale kindly? When I feel the exhalation, that I allow for a few seconds for my hands and the blood flow to really return. Am I really oxygenating every part of your body as I breathe in and I pause to really feel the breath just entering and sipping into every red blood cell? And I, as I exhale, I empty out. I empty those other red blood cells, thirsty for another oxygen molecule. And when the body is ready, Inhale to prepare to engage your legs, engage your back, engage your thighs, engage your glutes, engage your shoulders. Allow your chin, if it's not your chin already on the ground, let the pinky finger to point towards the ceiling while your thumb touches outside your hips onto the floor, and the palms and hands look into the sides of your pelvic area, and the elbows and shoulders slowly move off the ground towards the sky, and your head slowly extends, and your toes point away from your body, and your hands slowly come gently off the floor, and you extend your fingers and you contract your shoulder blades, and you fly through the crown of the head. Feel that your body lengthens forward and your body extends deeply, and your tummy supports your back, and your thighs and legs raise off the ground as far as your body needs to. Find your heels as close as you need to find them for higher intensity, or as far as comfortable as they need to be. Observe that your hands, every finger supports and engages. One more time. Can you feel your body really engaged, slowly extended? Last long deep breath in. When your body's ready, exhale and release, and slowly soften. Touch, breath in, exhale all the way through. When and if your body's ready. So, what is the story that we tell about our body? What is the conversation we're having, right? It's not an external thing. It's not about being expected to do anything other than exactly what your body needs to do. Can you listen to that conversation with an open heart and mind? Can you let your body one more time exhale in a way that is actually resting those joints and muscles and breath and heart rate? When and if the body is ready, let the exhalation empty all the way through. Flex your toes. Let your toes anchor under the heels, perpendicular feet, not rolled, not twisted. Bring your hands slowly right under your chest, right under your shoulders, with the elbows tight, gently towards the sides of your rib cage. Your neck is long, your index and thumb strong. When your body is ready, raise your chin, raise your chest, press your hands to your abdomen, hips raise, and your heels of your feet come slowly off the ground. Maybe you walk your feet forward so your feet are about, as you know, hip distance, and your index and thumb touch, and your heels come highest off the ground, and you feel your body just stretching as if you're pushing gently the torso away from the ground, away from the hands, and your hips come taller towards the sky, and you find your body again, jaw drawn in. Take as many breaks. Less is always more in yoga. Nothing is mandatory in yoga except just paying attention to your body. Can you find your inhalation? Is your body able to exhale and support in a soft movement? Find your last long deep breath in, and maybe your right heel moves towards the center of your body, pivoting over the ball of your toes, and you press slowly the sole of your right foot towards the ground. So your toes on the right foot a little bit wider than the heel, and your sole of the foot is pressing, and your left knee bends, and your body moves back through your hips, and your left knee remains flexed. The heel of your left foot remains off the ground, and your torso moves closer towards the ground in between the arms. And you feel your body inhaling and exhale. Can you feel your calf muscles stretching on the right side? Can you feel the opening of the right side of your hip all the way through your hamstrings, all the way to your muscles on the back of your lower leg? When your body exhales all the way through, raise your right heel, maintain feet parallel, bend your knees, exhale slowly. Allow your body to stay on hands and knees, and press your toenails into the ground, and maybe move your body into extended balasana position. Allow your body to come all the way into full balasana. If your body's ready, to bring your arms around right next to your ankles, right next to your feet, palms, hands facing up, elbows and shoulders slowly roll towards the ground. Soften your head. It doesn't matter how close to the ground you are. It doesn't matter how far your knees need to flex, or you think you need to rest your heels onto the glutes, or the glutes onto the heels, or how open your ankles need to be. All those are just external measures. Can you shift pressure from the head into the back of your body, from the shoulders
into your glutes, into your feet, into your shins. And can you allow your breath to one more time come into that very gentle movement from the diaphragm? Observing what is your oxygenation doing to your body. When and if your body finds again that your body has recognized the movement, has allowed all the fascia, tendons, ligaments to just be released from pressure, then your hands walk one more time slowly forward in front of your body, stretching them all the way towards the top of your yoga mat without moving your hips or toes, palms of hands flatten, index and thumb stretch into the floor, pinky opens wide, and then slowly raise your hips. Allow your body to come on hands and knees. You have flexed your knees, so there's a blood differential between your head and the rest of your body. So take your time to feel how that blood returns, that your spine is not tense, that your body is ready to exhale. When your body feels comfortable, only if your body feels comfortable, then let your knees come slowly off the ground, and your body again raises heels off the floor. Your body presses the torso, the hips away from the wrist and hands, and you find your body again to this modified down dog as your jaw draws in, as your tailbone raises, and your knees not to be locked, your elbows not to be locked. One more time. Can you listen to your body extending and open? Strength to the muscles that you're finding gently into your arms, and let your left heel rotate in towards the center as if you're just pivoting through the big toe of the left foot, and let your right knee bend and settle your left sole of your foot in the perfect angle for your body. So find and modify, micro adjust the movement to the position, to the entire exhalation, and feel where does it feel best for that left foot to rotate, to press, not the toes, and opening through your calf, through your hamstring. Doesn't mean that your knee is locked, doesn't mean your ankle is overextended, you're not pulling any tendons. You're allowing your body to slowly give time for your muscles to breathe. And your right knee is as flexed as it needs to be. Your left knee is as flexed as it needs to be. There's less tension when and if your body's ready. Can you find your right heel very tall, your right thigh into your rib cage, and your glute muscles coming longest and tallest towards the sky as your body exhales all the way through? Raise your left heel, inhaling, feet parallel, drop your knees, exhale, exhale. Go again to extended balasana or full balasana, slowly, gently with your arms forward into extended full child's pose next to your feet and ankles. Find your way through this position. Observe your body inhaling. Bring slowly. When your body has found a perfect position, open your right knee to the right, and I use my hand on the ground to help me move the left knee to the left as wide as needed to be, and let my torso slowly come gently in between my inner thighs. And so, how that occurs, how deeply it occurs, and how much does my body move into the ground, completely irrelevant. Breath in. Let the exhalation empty one more time, allowing my left hand to come slowly around and forward in front of my body if it's not already there, and my right hand to come inside my legs, in between my knees, in between my thighs, and reach slowly towards my ankle, towards my shin, towards the foot, towards the heel of the right or left foot, whichever is most comfortable. And if my right hand is reaching back, my right ear, my right cheekbone is on the floor, and I feel my body just coming closer to the ground while the left hand extends a little bit farther forward. And you breathe in, resting on the right ear, on the right cheekbone, without pinching, without forcing. Take your last two breaths. What does it mean to move? Can you move into your inner thighs and glute muscles to really drive back as you exhale those hips away from the waist? And then kindly bring your right arm slowly forward. Let your body adjust. Bring your body on hands and knees as you're raising the hips, torso off the ground. Stay parallel towards the ground. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. One more time. Feel your body inhaling.
Exhale, exhale very gently one more time. Drop the center of your back as if your center of your back is very, very heavy and it drops towards the ground. Your button comes towards the floor. Your shoulder blades shift towards each other, and then slowly raise the glutes and press your tailbone area. Imagine you have a long tail and your chest slowly comes out and forward, and the crown of the head extends towards the sky, and I feel the lengthening of the spine. So my tailbone area is very tall. The crown of the head is very, very tall. I'm not pushing with my chin, I'm simply lengthening. And my belly button area tucks, and my toes may stay on the floor, flat toenails, or I can flex my toes, whichever helps my hips, my inner thighs, the entire tilting of those pelvic area muscles. One more time, breathe. Give time for those muscles to be recognized by your brain, that your nervous system connects to those mini fibers inside. And what are the thoughts? What are the immediate thoughts that come to mind? And sometimes they are unrecognizable feelings, right? And we're just a sponge. It's not external in, right? It's about discovering what layers of things we have inside of us. What have we accumulated through the number of experiences we've lived in this life and others? One more time, extend and reach through the crown and tailbone. And as your body exhales, let your toenails, if they were flexed, to extend towards the ground, to move one more time slowly. Stay with your right arm forward in front of the shoulder, but your left arm slowly comes in between your inner thighs, between your legs, and your knees are as wide as need to be. And your left hand slides in between your legs towards the foot, towards the ankle, towards the toes, and your left ear touches the ground while your right arm extends away from your body. And so, what does it feel like to reach far in between those legs with the left arm, allowing the right arm to stretch out in front? And observe your body sitting gently into as easy position without pinching, without forcing weight on the neck, without forcing neck on the shoulder. How do we adapt and modify the position for our body? So the right side is open and you can really feel that you're reaching the right hand and you're really letting, again, your entire system just cleanse as you're moving tissues on the right side of your body. Feel the inhalation that your lungs are opening and almost reshifting things around your ribs, around your spine, around your shoulders, around your neck. Let your exhalation empty through one more time as if your tailbone area comes a little bit farther away from the base of your head. One last long, deep breath in. And as the body exhales, slowly soften the right hand, soften the left hand, come very gently back into center pose. This time you're going to allow one hand come under your chest and you're going to roll slowly on your back. So let your body roll slowly onto your shoulders, into the back of your neck, into the back of your head. Inhaling kindly and taking your time to exhale. Allow your feet to be steady to the ground. Allow your legs to be just flexed through your knees to find the stability through the soles in the ground so your lower back softens into the floor. And let your hands gently rest for 2 more breaths. Find fingers, elbows, any space in between the elbows and your hands, your wrists, your forearms, the palms, the joints. When your body is ready, exhale, pressing your feet actively or more actively towards the yoga mat. Inhaling, bending the elbows, and place your hands softly as if you're just drawing a diamond with your index and thumbs under the lower back or under the tailbone area. So your hands come slowly right under your hips without being pinched or forced, and the elbows become wide. Adjust your shoulder blades, adjust the head. Find that your head slowly looks over towards the right side of your shoulder without lifting the head. Just simply roll it onto the right ear. It doesn't mean completely, just let it softly shift. Hold as you breathe in. Are you tensing? Are you pushing the head? Are you raising the shoulder blades? Are you raising the lower back? Are you letting just your head move out to the right side? And then slowly inhale
Bring your head back to center very, very kindly. With your breath, your body moves, following your breath as you exhale to the left side. When you're ready to exhale, simply roll your head out. It doesn't mean that you're muscling your head onto the side. Less is always more. So, what does it feel like on the right shoulder blade, on the hand, on the elbows, on the hip? Is your abdomen tensing? Are you simply able to roll the head a little bit deeper onto the left ear? Last 2 times. Exhale all the way through. Final deep breath. Are you feeling your shoulder blades? Exhale all the way out and allow your head to return very, very gently back to center. Allow your feet to press into the ground a little bit more deeply and raise your hips off from on top of the hands. Liberate or release the hands from under the pelvic area. Bring your elbows to bend 90 degrees. So your elbows now are placed outside the right and left shoulder, and maybe the back of the hands, the back of the arms, the back of the elbows are slowly placed parallel towards the body on the sides of your torso. Elbows outside the shoulders, hands right next to the head or so, and your back and shoulder blades open. And can you feel how your chest is widening? How your spine is not tense? How your fingers are really balancing on the floor? Can you allow the heels of your feet to slowly be, again, about hip distance or even wider, shoulder distance for some of us? And let the glute muscles support the movement of the hips off the ground as if you're just rolling your back one vertebra at a time towards the shoulders. And you raise your hips and you raise your pelvic area. Not because you're pushing your neck, not because you're pressing on the back of the head. The back of the head is long, extended, open. The shoulders are wide. The back of the hands are on the floor. You're balancing your body on the right and left side. What micro adjustments? Can you lower your belly button area as you exhale? Feel that you're creating a concave space into the abdomen. And the inhalation raises the hips and the pubic bone. One more time, not your head, not the neck area. One last breath in. Allow your body to exhale and release from the cervical spine through and follow. Follow every vertebra as it presses into the ground as you're slowly open and you reshift your body into a perfect balanced position. Exhale kindly. Bring your arms to roll over your elbows and triceps. Let the palms of the hands be placed right next to your hips with the palms of the hands on the ground, maybe holding the edges of your yoga mat as if you're just pushing or squeezing the edges of the yoga mat with your arms and you're pulling them from under you away from the shoulders towards your feet as if you're just pulling the yoga mat away. And you can feel how your back extends and your abdomen flattens, and maybe your knees retract, and maybe your feet slowly contract, and maybe your knees stay not into your belly, but exactly above the hips. So the soles of your feet are facing forward and your knees are exactly above the hip area. And you're creating tension maybe through your arms. Can you soften? Can you adjust? Can you open the shoulders? Can you open the chest? Is your chin raised? Is the back of your neck lengthened? Can you allow the right and left foot to be slowly engaged? When your body's ready, allow your right leg to press out in front of your body. So if you're just pushing a very heavy box through your right leg, stretch it as if your right knee is about to extend as deeply as possible. Hold it. Your left knee is exactly above the left hip. One more time, exhale, empty through your abdomen on the right side. Pay attention to your lower back that you're not arching it off the floor. In your last long extension, sink the kidney, lower back area to the ground and retract and inhale your right knee. And then press the opposite leg. Your left leg extends out in front of your body. Doesn't matter how close to the ground, as long as it's not touching. Breath in, exhale, point your toes, maybe flexing the toes of the left foot, or maybe pushing through the heel of your left foot, as if you're just pressing again to an imaginary wall in front of you, and your right knee remains above the hip. Exhale all the way through. Your hands, are they too tense? Are you pushing too hard? Can you let your last exhalation to empty through your gut and then retract your knees in. Allow your feet to slowly descend towards the ground. Soles of your feet into the floor. Can you find your abdomen? Breath in. One more time. Raise your arms directly above the chest towards the sky, directly as if you're just pointing your fingers towards the ceiling. And see if your shoulder blades are lifted off the ground, or can you push them down the back of your shoulders into the floor and press through the inner edges of that shoulder blade or scapular area and see if you can activate your rhomboid muscles. Is your neck pressed off the ground? Can you tuck in your chin? One more time. Breathe into this pose. Flatten your belly. One last long deep breath in. Exhale all the way through, not your neck. Make sure you're not pushing through your head. Inhale and raise the shoulder blades off the ground. Just your shoulder blades. Press them and raise them deeper towards the sky while your jaw remains drawn in. So your jaw is not lifted. Your jaw remains drawn towards your throat. And just simply raise your arms a little bit taller. Flatten your belly. Press your lower back. One more time. Deep breath in. Empty through your gut. Can you feel your diaphragm moving? One last long inhalation. Are you awake into the present movement as your shoulder blades drop? Drop them deeper into the floor. Beautiful. Jaw. Check your neck. Check the spine and alignment. Can you feel your pectoral muscles active? Can you retract your knees? So your knees now move above the hips and your feet are parallel, or your shins, I should say, are parallel towards the ceiling. Your inner thighs as close as you need to, or as wide apart as your hips. When your body's ready, without pushing, without forcing, allow your neck to be neutral. Raise your shoulder blades and maintain the lower back, and simply allow your chin not to raise, right? You're not arching up off the ground, the neck. You're maintaining it long and neutral, and just your shoulder blades are lighter off the ground, and your feet remain active as if you're just holding the wall in front of you, or the big box in the soles of your feet, or in the soles of your feet. And let your body one more time engage and raise your shoulder blades a little bit taller. And then let your shoulder blades drop heavily onto the floor. Rest the back of the shoulders. Rest the inner edge of your entire scapular area. Can you find your rhomboid muscles? Open your chest, breath in. Allow your feet to slowly exhale towards the ground. Slowly soften your hands into the floor. Let the palms of hands to slide one more time, as long as it doesn't hurt your pinky surgery or your pinky finger surgery or anything like that. It doesn't hurt your wrist. It doesn't feel uncomfortable for your elbows or shoulders. Let that diamond through your index and thumb to be supportive of that entire sacrum, tailbone area. Abdomen flattens. This time the knees retract and raise your legs directly towards the sky, perpendicular position. Be aware of the position of the shoulder blades. Be aware of the position of your neck. Breath in. And when your body's ready, allow your right leg to slowly drop directly in front of your body, halfway down. That means 45 degrees. And let your left leg remain perpendicular towards the hips, above the hips. And let your knees be as softened as they need to, or as extended. So you're pointing your toes, you're lengthening your legs. Breath in. Let your last leg extension. Again, shoulder blades, not your neck. Do not arch off the floor. Raise your right leg next to your left one. Move your left leg just halfway forward in front of your body and hold it for just a few seconds. What does it mean for your body? To breathe, to find the moment you have stopped breathing is the moment we have stopped practicing yoga, right? You've gone too far. Your body's telling you, I've gone too far. Is it worth it? Or what is the most benefit? What of these movements and moments is the most benefit for my body? And is it you that gets to decide as you exhale all the way for the last breath out, raising your left leg next to your right one, bending the knees, soften your toes towards the ground, then the heels press into the floor, raising your hips slightly so your hands slowly move gently from under the hips. relaxing your back, moving your arms comfortably to the sides of your hips, maybe towards the sides of your shoulders with the elbows bent 90 degrees. For some of us, above the head, extending your arms directly into the floor so the back of the hands are facing the ground, whichever is most comfortable for your body. There's many choices for your body to find your scapular area, opening the cervical spine, elongated, your center of the lumbar area connected to the ground, that your abdomen is active, that your shoulders and the underarms are open, that your head is not tense, that your neck is not squeezed off the ground. When the body empties all the way through your gut area, sinks towards the floor, and both legs slowly come off the ground towards the sky, and you raise either the tip of the toes towards the ceiling, or maybe the balls of your toes towards the ceiling, or maybe the heels of your feet towards the ceiling. Your body inhales, and allow your body to exhale as if your belly drops deeper towards the kidney, towards the lumbar spine, and you lengthen the spine intentionally. That means the hips are sliding away from the shoulders, and the jaw draws in to really maintain the cervical spine aligned, and you feel your body engaged. One more time, take a deep breath. And when your body's ready, engage those core muscles, the abdomen muscles, last long inhalation, and move your feet just a few degrees forward. That means just slightly inclined forward, just a little bit, not too much. Soften your knees, not force anything. Exhale all the way through and bring your feet a little bit to the right side of your body, just as if you're just moving towards one corner of the square on the right side of your body. And you exhale very gently. Breathe as if your shoulder blades and arms are really still connected to the ground. As you inhale, draw that one side, perpendicular, long line of your toes towards the space above the head. Again, the other corner, the second corner of your box, right? We started with your legs moving slightly forward, and then they move to the right of one corner of the box, and then now go to the very top high corner of the box next to or above the right side of your body. When your body exhales, let your legs move all the way across towards the left top corner of your box. Exhale, exhale. Again, you get to decide how wide is your box, how even is on both sides. Can you feel your body exhaling? Again, are you giving enough time for your muscles to recognize the movement, for your body to feel the core, not the hands, not the neck, not the grinding or gently biting on the teeth or frowning through the forehead? As your body exhales, draw the last fourth corner on the left lower side or the lower left side of your body, and you feel your body exhale. One more time. Breathe kindly. How are the shoulders? How's the neck feeling when your body finds that your abdomen supports, that you're not locking into your knees, that you're focusing your attention to the left side? Bring back all the way towards the center, legs above the hips. Breathe in, bend the knees, soften the arms, place the feet into the ground, let the palms, hands come right next to your glutes. Gently elbows, triceps very tight next to your rib cage. Shoulder blades flat, the neck is light, the head is softened. Breathe kindly when your body's ready. Allow again to hold on to the edges of your mat if needed, and raise your hips off the ground. And then start moving gently the shoulder blades towards each other. That means you're going to hide the shoulders under your chest, and you're going to raise the breastbone towards the sky. And you can feel how your entire shoulder blades are holding your cervical spine. You're not pushing through your head, right? We talked about this, how the neck needs to be neutral and gentle. The head is simply a manifestation on how we hold the neck area. Let the shoulder blades move towards each other, your breastbone area to come towards the chin, your tummy to flatten, your toes and knees and thighs aligned. Am I moving my toes wider than my heels? Am I twisting through my ankles or my knees? Or maybe my hips are overextended. Can I find a long inhalation? What are the muscles? How many times do we actually engage these muscles to support the body? Let your last investment into the full breath into your body. And let the exhalation release. Elbows, shoulders, hands back. hips towards the ground, spread your back into the floor, let your body exhale. Bring your knees as wide as needed into your shoulders. So contract your legs in, feel that your hands reach towards your shins, towards the knee, towards the thigh, towards the outer thigh, towards the back of the thighs and the hamstrings, whichever is most comfortable, and widen your knees. Your knees separate from each other and find that your knees come towards the shoulders. And the head remains, again, long away from the shoulders. The neck remains neutral. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. Can you feel your inner thighs open a little bit wider, that you're really stretching those glute muscles, that you're really contracting the tummy and the hip flexors, that you're opening the back muscles because the front of your body is being contracted, your chest is being sunk into the floor, in between the shoulder blades and the head lengthens. One more time. Let your last long, deep breath in. Exhale and release. Hands and arms, and toes and feet to the ground. Beautiful. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. When and if your body's ready, let the palms of the hands face up, the back of the hands to slowly touch the floor, the elbows and biceps to release, your head to be released and softened. Take a few seconds. What does it feel like to set the soles of your feet firm and relaxed, directly towards the ground? What is the perfect angle on my knees so my feet are supportive of the position of my legs? How can I let the right and left hip descend to the ground without having to force anything? When and if my body's ready, can I allow maybe my focus to shift into my right leg? Can I look at it with my mind's eye? And then bring only the right knee into your body. So contract the knee into your chest, into your outer rib cage. Both hands come towards your shin, towards your knee, towards your hamstring, and you squeeze the right thigh as close to your right rib cage as necessary. And the left leg is now moving farther away, and you slide it a little bit, you slide it all the way flat into the ground, completely irrelevant. Find you what's working for your body. And bring the right leg as close to your body, even if it's really wide outside the ribs, bring it as close to your body as needed. And your hands hold on top of your knee and top of your shin, in between calf and hamstring, on the sides of your thigh. Completely what's most comfortable and appropriate for your physical body. Is your neck light? Can I allow my head to look slowly towards the right side? One last time. So roll my head into the right, jaw draws in, inhale, knee contracts, abdomen flattens. 2 more times. Observe the breathing. Last long inhalation. As your body exhales, bring your head one more time back to center, slow motion. Breathe out when your body is ready to breathe out. Inhale last time. As you soften your right and left hand, retract your left leg in, letting your right foot settle in an exhalation towards the ground. And you bring inhaling your left knee in towards the abdomen, towards the rib cage, towards the outside of your rib cage. It doesn't matter how deep your body needs to move that leg close to, and your hands help. And you notice the difference between your right and left hip, or the hip flexors, or the glute muscles, or whatever muscles is catching your attention. And maybe check your right leg. Is it tense? Is it pushing? Are you expecting to push through your elbows and shoulders and tense your neck area, or are you able to relax? And simply hold and let the body, one more time, in isometric movement on that left leg, while your right leg extends and you open as much or as far away as your right leg allows it. It doesn't matter how far. Find that your right leg is just activating those hip flexors, you're really opening the tummy, that your left thigh comes closer to the chest, and you embrace it, you hug it, you hold it, you breathe. Is your neck tense? Are your shoulders or shoulder blades coming off the ground, or are you staying wide? And what are the things that you are thinking about right now? Do you recognize the trend of thought? Do you recognize a pattern on where the mind goes? And without having to re-engage that or get reactive about where the mind goes, just simply become or step back and become an observer of the entire process. Look into the process of body and just observe it. There's no judgment, there's no better or worse, it's just the way it is. And breathe. It's all your body and your yoga practice reminds you of, is to always exhale, letting go. Take your time to inhale to bring in your energy. Last one time. Let your body breathe deeply, deeply all the way out. When you're inhaling, maybe your right knee starts to move and your arms on the left side start to soften, and you can feel your body releasing all pressure, all tension. Observe very, very gently for your feet to stay on the ground, for your hands to relax on your thighs, on your hips, on the ground, on the sides of your pelvic area, outside your shoulders, palms up, palms down, your choice. How's the neck? How are the knees? How are the feet? How's your core? When and if your body is ready. Very, very gently. Observe the rhythm, right? We've contracted, we've flexed, we've opened, we've closed, we've activated some of those movements along the spine. We are very mindful and aware of the positioning of the head. Let your body inhale. And for some of us, it's impossible to go very deep here, and that's perfectly okay. And so, what is my reaction when I find something that doesn't fulfill my expectations, rather than being in the intention of the movement? Allow the toes and feet to walk towards my glutes. Maybe my knees bend a little bit deeper. Maybe my legs slowly retract. Maybe my hands are able to touch my knees or shins or hamstrings or outside of my thighs, and I hold my legs just abdomen or above the abdominal cavity. Maybe my legs extend and you raise your legs towards the sky. And this is, again, using your hands if you need to, using your palms, the hands behind your legs if needed, or your arms right next to the hips onto the ground, outside your shoulders, completely relevant. And maybe for some of us, that means the hands are able to slowly pull the legs a little bit deeper without forcing your neck, without forcing the head or your shoulders. And maybe your toes come slowly towards your chest, towards your head, towards the crown of the head, maybe past the crown of the head. And you can feel that your knees are never forced, that your shoulder blades are not forced, that your back is completely open, and you let your legs come slowly towards your head and you breathe in. Exhale. And so what happens? Have you stopped breathing? Have you stopped connecting to your body, into your, can you feel your body one more time, observing? Maybe your shoulders are remain wide and softened. Maybe your hips start rolling gently off the ground. Maybe your toes come slowly towards the head into the floor, and your neck is never tense. You're not forcing. You're not muscling your way into. You're inviting your body. What does it feel to sustain a movement, to sustain an open and extension? What does it mean for your deeper muscles, the deeper muscle fibers? One breath at a time. Let your body, one more time. Joe, again, what is in our sponge and what is coming out in this sponge today? Are we patient? Are we empathetic and caring and forgiving to self? Let your last two breaths Create length, not contraction, not tension. Observe how your body breathes into elongation and the exhalation softens. And soften your hands and your legs and your knees and your feet. And your body exhales kindly and gently into the floor. And you stretch your legs away from your hips, your toes, your heels, your arms. Rest on the sides of your body. If I were to touch you from your ankles and pull you farther away from your hips, what does that feel like to elongate those legs? What does it feel like to drop the shoulders outside the chest and let the shoulder blades touch the ground? Can you soften the palms of the hands so your fingers are not tense? Can I allow my bite, my jaw to soften? Do I have the patience and the awareness to understand what is the present moment and how those maybe memories or emotions are coming from the past? Or maybe my expectations and the desire or intentions maybe are of the future. Can I recognize the difference between one or the other? And can I allow to breathe kindly out? Both past and future. Can I let the past that I cannot change stay in the past? Learn from it. But there's nothing to change about those things. And maybe the events of the future. To not create an expectation of that, what that might look like right now. The only moment that we can build our future is in the present. Every minute, every second, every breath is intentional. And I'm able to let go all the weight we carry with me and be open and embracing and curious of every new breath. And maybe the body sinks a little bit deeper to the ground. And I check again the openness. How am I inviting new energy into my body? Is it okay to rest? All the things and expectations of the future and weight of the past to remain surrendered. Very, very gently. Allow your toes and fingers to move, gaining more awareness in a slow motion through your breathing. Let the exhalation becomes deeply engaging of the body. Legs become aware, your hips, the abdomen and chest becomes aware, the back, the shoulders, the legs come towards each other, the arms come and slowly move maybe above the head if your shoulders allow, and you stretch as if you're just lengthening, as if you're just awakening your body. And then the exhalation empties slowly towards the ground. And one last time, can I move slowly to extend? Maybe twist a little bit to the right and twist a little bit to the left. And returning back to center, retracting slowly our knees back in, feet on the ground at your own pace, absolutely your own timing. Bend your knees or drop the legs towards one side and roll the body on that same side, whichever side you decide. Stay with your head low. You've raised and brought a lot of blood, a lot of fluids towards the head area. And exhale your body into that side as if you're just breathing and exhaling, cleansing the opposite side of the torso, letting all the fluids come to that side. When the body's ready, the top hand arm comes to the ground and your body rounds, and the top hand comes in, walking in your torso to sitting position very, very gently. Do not rush. It's your timing, it's your own pacing. Bring gently your body into sitting pose with your legs extended. As we started the practice, with your legs wide, with your legs crossed, allowing for a second to sit into this position, and then honor your breathing one more time, emptying breath softly through your nostrils. Can you focus into just a soft, gentle breath? And bring in and feel the molecules of air entering through your nostrils. And then in the same way, empty from the gut, from the chest. Breathe all the way out. Surrender weights, pressure, tension, expectations. And inhale, breath in, entering into depth of the back of your throat, to the lungs, to the chest, to the heart. And exhale from the gut area. One last time. Observe a deep, softened breath. And then exhale very, very gently. And bringing your hands to come around your shoulders towards the sky. Observe your torso and arms come towards the ceiling. Palms and hands touch. And let the elbows bend, your thumbs to come towards your forehead, throat, chest area into prayer pose next to your heart chakra. And observing how the body work we have done. It's little and gentle and simple has been today, or newsy as may have been today. That allows ourselves to feel more harmonious, right? There's something that fits inside that we are able to fit within our physical body, and that creates a sense of harmony. And when we are harmonious, then creates a sense of peacefulness. And maybe we can experience a sense of truth. What is it really true for us? What are we really gained through our practice today? And maybe in that truth, we may understand that we are just Our nature is only of love, of selfless, divine